내 შემ와
Song of the day.
I'll be honest with you, when you posted that, I didn't find it that funny.
Yeah, no, I was just like, okay.
This is funny.
No, yeah.
와.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Muk-jji-bba. If some of you may notice, we have a very different setting today. And that is because we are at the Row household today.
Yes. And it is also dark outside, which is quite the change as well.
Yeah.
And it's not a Sunday.
True.
It's a Friday.
Happy Friday to you
Friday.
guys.
TGIF.
Yeah.
Purgam.
Purgam, indeed. But for today's episode, we're switching it up a little bit from our usual flow of topics. And we actually had a Q&A up on our Instagram this past week. And so we will be answering a few questions that we received.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, should we just get started?
Yeah.
Sure. We're also going to ask each other questions too.
Yes.
So
yes.
pretty interesting. I don't know where this conversation will. It's going to go all in different directions.
Cannot predict.
Yeah.
Okay, should we just get started?
Yeah.
Okay, so first question is from Nintendo 7.
Linda.
Yes.
Hi, Linda.
Thank you for being the first person to
Yeah.
submit a question. She asked skincare ? Fashion ?
What a fun topic.
Yes.
So fun.
Skincare and fashion. What's the question though? Like,
I guess just in
what we
general,
use?
yeah, probably our skincare routine. I'm assuming,
and
for
where we shop.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm assuming.
All right.
So,
Let's just assume that's what she's asking.
yes.
Well, I can go first. In terms of skincare, it stays relatively the same, I feel like. Well, first off, I wash my face
Oh, thank goodness.
with it's actually bar soap, but it's not like, sometimes it's Dove, sometimes it's Irish. What's that called? Irish.
does that not dry you out?
It does, but I make up for it with my lotion. Yeah,
I see, I
but
see.
yeah, growing up, I always used bar soap to wash my face, and sometimes when I put on a lot of makeup for like some event or something, then I'll use like a cleanser, like what's that?
Oil?
Cetaphil.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like a foaming cleanser?
No, it doesn't foam up. It's just
Regular?
It just-
like
yeah.
a liquid cleanser.
Yeah.
Okay, solid.
yeah. I don't know if it's really effective, but it feels more effective than the bar soap. So. Yeah. And then I use toner. My mom really likes Clinique. And she's a diehard Clinique fan. So she always just gets me like a toner when she gets her toner. So I just use that. There's like different numbers like based on how dry your skin is. I forget which one I use. It's either 1 or 2. But yeah. Then at night, I use vitamin C serum as well. Just because, especially in the summer, I feel like I saw on TikTok somewhere that it gets rid of like dark spots. And also, like, I have a lot of freckles, especially in the summer. I feel like I get more. So in order for that not to like stay on there forever, I just use that. I don't know if it like did anything, but I like to think it does. And then I use lotion. I don't know what it's called. Oh, physio gel. Yes. It's like,
Yes.
it looks like a gigantic fat tube of toothpaste.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Sunscreen? Do you use sunscreen?
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Sunscreen
Yes.
is a must.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been putting on sunscreen all my life.
As you should.
Yes.
Very good. Solid.
Yeah. What about you, Edgy?
For me, skincare is very important. No matter how late it is, I will do my skincare routine.
Really?
Yes, queen.
Yeah, I have to. And also, no matter how early it is, I have to do my skincare routine.
Yes, queen.
So morning and nights are pretty similar. I guess to start, I have on the drier, sensitive side. Somehow during COVID, it got super sensitive, and that's when I really experimented and took my skincare products more seriously and was actually trying out a lot of different things. But I think I have kind of a base of what works for me. So I also wash my face in the mornings. I only wash it with water. I don't use any other separate cleanser. And so in the mornings, I use toner. Currently, I'm using the Numbusin. It's a Korean brand. The number 3 toner. They also have different numbers for different things, but this one is kind of a fermented toner, so it kind of exfoliates but also moisturizes. But another toner that I really, really like, I think this is my favorite toner. I'm probably going to purchase it next, but it's called Rovectin. It's for dry, sensitive skin. So it's more of it's a thicker it's a thicker toner, but it's super moisturizing and helped me a lot when my skin was having a lot of trouble. So that's my toner, and then I'll go in with a vitamin C serum. So I use the Kudal, the vitamin C. Yes, I use that. And then so I like to layer. So another important part of skincare routine, I feel like, is letting everything kind of sink in before you apply the next layer. And so I then go in with the COSRX Snail Mucin. That one is pretty hydrating too. And then I also use Physiogel. So I use that. I'm using it for the first time, but it's really good. I really like it. Yeah. It's really
mild.
Yeah.
Like, it's not too harsh on the skin. It's not too
thick or like sticky, but it's good for sensitive skin too, and it's pretty hydrating, I'd say. And then I also use an eye cream. My dad just brought it from work, but it's called Pharmacy, but FARM, like it's a Korean brand. So I use that. I recently incorporated it. And then sunscreen. I'm currently using the Chosun Beauty one because it's super popular, but I would not repurchase. Personally, I do not like it.
Why not?
I don't like the consistency. It's not super liquidy, it's not super thick, and I feel like it leaves my face really sticky. So I regret trying this new one. I feel like I should have just stuck with my old one. I've been using the Muk-jji-bba waterproof sun milk. That one is really good. It feels very 뽀송뽀송해 when you put it on, like kind of, it's literally liquid like milk, but when you put it on, it becomes kind of matte. And so highly recommend that one. And then at night, it's pretty much the same as in the morning, except I'll use another moisturizing like ampoule from the brand Pyeonggangyul. It's also very hydrating.
Fancy.
Yes. And then I also use a lash serum at night. Gotta keep the lashes long and growing. And before I go to sleep, I'll put on like Vaseline or some kind of lip mask, and then I use the Laneige Cica sleeping mask too. Yes. So it's kind of a lengthy routine, but it's worth it.
I see it.
I see it too.
You're glowing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yes. What about you, Judy?
So I used to have a really complicated skincare routine. And I've like tried a lot of different things out. I struggled a lot with acne in my T-zone, specifically my like forehead area. Nowadays I get more acne on like my cheeks, which kind of, not acne, but like pimples here and there. So first thing is, just to like preface, I've gotten like laser skincare and like other like things, like skincare related things done. So it definitely didn't take just products to achieve like where I am right now. I've realized that a lot of products don't help my skin type. Unfortunately, I think it's really just a matter of like having a simple skincare routine, and then just like getting like facials here and there, and then also like getting like my laser treatment like upkeep. Yeah, so right now it's very simple. In the morning, I use Dr. G's A Clear toner. I'll just like pat it on my face, and then I just use I forgot the brand name, but it's a Korean product, and it's a hyaluronic acid.
Torridin?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many out there.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know. I just had a feeling.
Yes, yeah, but I really like that moisturizer. It's like really moisturizing,
Yeah.
but it's actually also very lightweight. Like it doesn't really feel sticky, and it just absorbs into the skin really well. And to like preface, like I'm dry. I have oily skin. Like I have an oily T-zone, and then I'm normal on like the outer parts of my face. So it's like kind of like a combination. But yeah, so that's my morning. And then I use sunscreen. I used to use Beauty of Chosun. Right now I'm trying out the Round Lab.
Oh, that's what I'm using.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying out right
pretty
now.
Pretty similar.
Yeah. I think it's a
Yeah.
little better than Beauty of Chosun, but I don't know. They're pretty similar.
Yeah. But it's not bad. I mean, it's sunscreen. And
Yeah.
I feel like, I'm just like not really picky about it. I'll just like powder my face because it's a little bit sticky / like oily, but it's like fine. And then at night, I use Mediheal toner pads. Yeah. And then I use, the Kudal vitamin C eye cream. Actually, yeah. And then sometimes I use a serum. Oh, what's the brand?
Isoid, the rose one.
Yeah, the pink
Bottle, the skincare queen right here.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm obsessed. I browse through global.oliveyoung.com in my free time.
It's my favorite thing to do.
No, literally, I'm like, so when are they having their next sale?
Yeah, for real. Oh my goodness. Yes.
Yep.
So I use that like 2-3 times a week. Sometimes I'm just like, And then I use the Dr. G cream. I don't remember the name. But yeah, they had like a Jungle collab recently.
Oh, cute.
I got a pencil case and pens.
OMG, a pen too?
You should
Dang.
sell those. I bet you can sell those for a lot of money.
But yeah, sometimes when I go on Olive Young, I buy things for the things that come with it. You know, like I don't really need it, but I want the other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be a cute pencil case.
Yes, I bet.
Do you guys have a strong recommendation for eye creams? Because I feel like the eye creams I've used in the past, they're not bad, but I can't really tell the difference.
Yeah.
But I do need some like nice eye creams. Just these dark circles are really something else.
I've also I've been trying to look into eye creams. I don't have like a particular strong specific need within an eye cream, so I don't know yet. I know that in Korea there's that one brand, I think it's Eucerin, but that was really popular at one point with all the YouTubers, but it's kind of expensive. That was the thing. It was a tiny tube and it was like almost $60 for that tiny tube. Yeah, so I was like, oh no. But I feel like Kudal would be good, especially if it's vitamin C. Yeah.
It's not bad. I think I have really dark under eyes under my concealer. It's genetic, so can't really do much about it.
Yeah.
I have really dry under eyes, but I haven't really found a product that's like amazing either. So I think it's also hard to like keep up with like putting eye cream on because I'm like, oh, I don't really see the difference, but yeah, I'm still in the search for a good one. So if anyone has rec,
Please.
let us know.
These eye bags need to go. They, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, fashion.
Oh, fashion.
Yes.
Aritzia.
Ooh.
Actually, I feel like Aritzia clothes, they don't like fit right. Like, I don't know, they just look bad on me. So I don't shop there. I think I've only bought like a couple of things from there. Yeah. So usually these days I've been into cause.
Ooh.
Yeah. Just
okay.
like the little like, like
Oh, treat yourself.
yeah, like corporate vibes,
Yeah.
but not
business
really.
cash.
Yeah, business cash. Yeah.
Biz cash.
But like I haven't shopped in a while.
Yeah.
I feel like most of my clothes, even if I buy clothes, I end up wearing
The same thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
like, yeah, and those clothes are not even mine most of the time. They're mostly like my mom's or my dad's, or the clothes that my grandma sends me from Korea. Yeah, those my hands just tend to go towards those.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I've kind of been in a fashion rut for a while, shopping rut. It's really hard, especially because now I have to think, can I wear this to work? You know, that's
Yeah.
the other thing that I have to think about, because when I work from home, I'm not going anywhere. So I'm wearing just normal loungy clothes, and then it's either church or work, honestly. So I think generally though, I'll buy most of my jeans from like Levi's, because Levi's actually has pretty petite friendly
Really?
pants. Thankfully, yeah. I have shorter legs, but they have like the 28 and a half inseam, so it stops right at my ankle, which is amazing. And the fit is nice too. You know, it's like the straight, kind of comfortably baggy. And then I'd say I buy things whenever they're on sale. So there are certain brands I am on the lookout for if they have sales. So like Everlane, I've recently bought a couple things because they had a pretty good sale over a holiday.
Labor Day?
Yeah, I think it was Labor Day. And then I have a couple pieces from there. I have some stuff from Madewell too. Only bought a couple things from Maritzi when they had their summer sale.
Yes.
Yeah, but those are more like a collar top that I could wear to work too. And then there's actually this one shop in the Kaju Market Mall called Elsa's. I love that store. It's so cute.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a little Korean fashion store, but their clothes aren't like the cheapest, but they have pretty cute stuff. So I've bought a couple things from there too. Yeah, I'm just like always browsing online, but never really buy anything because I don't really know what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah. I think ever since I started working, like 눈만 높아졌어. Like I like look at Essence and stuff, but I never obviously
Wow.
they're like expensive. But I'm like, I cannot buy this right now.
Yeah.
But what if? So I just like put it in the cart, never check out. But then recently I've been wanting to explore,
Yeah.
kind of change it up, you know?
Yeah.
Be a little more edgy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't
I feel you.
yeah, just like a little just more bold with
Yeah.
my fashion choices, cuz I feel like more or less I've had the same type of fashion for quite a few years now. So yeah, but I say this, but I never change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel you. How about you, Judy?
Well, I had like a big Aritzia phase last year, but I feel like I'm also kind of in like I'm just not in like the shopping mood.
Yeah.
So, I used to shop when I was a student. I used to shop at Oakenfort a lot because I feel like they have a lot of simple pieces. But I've realized that I mean, like all love to Oakenfort, but sometimes their quality is like not.
It's gone down.
Yeah,
For
it's not
what
the
the
most
price
amazing.
is.
Yeah, and it's pretty expensive. So, yeah, I kind of stopped shopping there. Like, even if I see like cute things, I would probably only buy things if they're on sale from now on. What else? I bought a lot of clothes from Korea this past summer, so I've kind of just been wearing those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of also get a lot of like clothes from my sister. She'll like buy something, and if she doesn't like it, then she'll ask if like I want to try it on, and then so I get clothes from her sometimes. Just depends, but
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Should we move on to the next question? The next question is from De Cruz Kim.
I don't know who that is.
I think
Also
might
do
be
not know
my
either.
friend. Sorry, it is my.
Couldn't tell.
Okay, but anyways, his question was, is it safe to walk at night in LA?
So I'm assuming it was in response to the video that was posted
Yes.
with the Q&A.
Mm-hmm.
This was us walking around at night in LA.
Right.
I guess you can tune into last week's episode. But no, honestly, it's not safe.
Yeah.
But if you're with other people and you're cautious.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, yeah, these days it's really not safe.
No.
To be completely honest. Like, there's something on the news all the time. And yeah, I'm sure like smaller, like petite Asian young women are the prime target for a lot of these crimes. But yeah, be safe out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Be safe.
Yeah.
But the ice cream was really bomb.
Yeah. And it was like it was very close by to
Yeah.
where we were. So
Yeah.
Just like
It
a
was-
short, like 5-minute
Yeah.
walk, not even.
It wasn't in like the really big open road either, so it was a bit
Yeah.
better, I'd say.
yeah. Thanks for looking out for us. I don't know who you are.
I
but-
guess.
Perhaps.
The next question is from G-Hey-J Rowe. Seems like she asked a couple of questions actually. But she asked what our Myers-Briggs are.
We covered this, right?
Yeah, well, I guess if you watched our first episode, okay, I'm not being mean to her. Like, she's my sister, by the way. But like, yeah, if you watched the first episode, you would have known. But maybe we could just go around and just say it.
Yeah. Well, I actually recently retook it
Oh.
just in case. I was like, oh, I feel like it might have changed.
Oh.
But no, it stayed the same, it was like a very anticlimactic. Yeah, but I am an INFJ. Yes.
I haven't taken it recently, but I'm assuming I'm still an ISTJ.
And I am also an INFJ. So, yeah. The next question she asked is 이상형. What is your ideal type?
I feel like I haven't really talked about this in a while.
I know, right? It's like
Wow.
such a like. I feel like I talked about this a lot in like college.
Yeah.
Yeah, like freshman year.
Yeah, and, like
Yeah.
high school.
The way I draw a blank.
Fudge.
Do we?
이상형 means ideal,
Ideal
type,
type,
for
yeah.
those of you who do not speak Korean. Well, I think when I was younger, I liked, like, just in terms of celebrities, I guess, I liked more like pretty looking guys.
Like Songjoong.
Like Song Joong-ki, just like nice, kind looking, pretty looking, soft looking guys.
Feel you.
But I kind of grew out of that.
Oh, she said no more.
No more. I want men.
I've never heard you say that before.
Wait, men plural? Like
Pause.
Sorry. I'm kidding.
Ooh.
Kidding.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. I don't know. I like. Yeah. I don't know. Like bushy eyebrows, not too skinny. Like when I was younger, I liked the like lanky, like skinny, like people. But yeah, no, they need to have like at least some like muscle.
Of course.
Chi.
Because they need to protect me, you know?
Of course.
Yeah.
Exactly. In the wild streets of LA, who's going to protect
Exactly.
you?
Yeah, especially when you have to walk at night.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And, oh, this is a recent thing that I've noticed. I think voice is really important to me.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, not just voice, but the way they talk as well. Like, the intonation, everything. I'm very sensitive to that, I've realized. And, like, let's say this guy, he fits all of my other, like, physical looking and even, like, personality. Like, everything's perfect. But he has a voice that just, like, it irks me in some way, then that's, like, a turn off.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's, like, pretty
Wow.
significant.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Wow.
Good discovery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very good discovery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What
Also,
Oh, yeah.
guys who look good in glasses.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. My sister likes Wonu from 17 because he looks good in glasses. But
He does.
she does say it needs to stay on. She's always like, oh, he looks so good in glasses. I wish he would just like keep them on like all the time.
What? Really?
Yeah, so I guess she likes him better with glasses, but
Some people do look better
Yeah.
with glasses.
yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Mm.
wow.
Yes.
Solid.
Mm.
For me, I guess I'll start with physical because that's just easier.
I didn't do anything non-physical.
Oh no, you kind of did.
Okay,
Like
intonation.
the intonation, like build. You don't like linky.
That's all physical.
That's physical.
Oh,
I didn't do anything. I didn't.
Oh,
didn't
sorry.
do
I thought you said
non-physical.
non-physical.
So
Would you like to?
No, you can go ahead. I think non-physical is pretty like self-explanatory.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, physical. I think when I was younger, it's like 180, like 180 centimeters.
Wow.
Because my mom just drilled that into my head. But now that I'm self-aware and I realize I'm only 5'2.5", I don't need a guy who's that tall. You know, save it for the taller girlies. But I think as long as he's at least 5'9", 5'10".
Wow.
It's still pretty tall.
It's still pretty tall, but I would like them to be on the taller side for sure. I think pretty hands is a really big thing for me.
Oh, yeah.
like pretty hands or like manly.
Oh, like
looking
manly
hands?
looking.
Oh.
Not like too pretty, but kind of manly looking hands. I can't think of a celebrity off the top of my head who has nice hands. Like, you know, Baekhyun's hands are really pretty, but those are like too pretty. I want like manlier. Like a side story, my mom makes fun of my dad's hands all the time because they're really like short and stubby. I know.
Brittany, you're laughing a little bit too.
But we laugh about it all the time.
지금 참고 있는데 Brittany really.
No, you can laugh. My dad embraces it.
I love that.
No, I love how
Go
my
bestie. We love you, bestie.
love your confidence. Don't ever change, King. But yeah, so that's another thing. Yeah, I want, like, one thing I always say is they cannot have thinner thighs than me. Like, if a guy has thinner thighs than me, absolutely no go. Like, no, thank you.
There's actually a lot of guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Therefore, but yeah, like someone who has broad shoulders. I like broad shoulders. I feel safe, you know. And yeah, someone who's like lean but still has muscle, like works out, I guess. And then personality wise, I think one really big thing is just humor. Like humor is so big. If I can't have fun with you, I don't want to be with you, you know? So that's a really big thing. And then other standard things, I think every person can agree on. Like responsible, be a man of your words. Don't just talk the talk, walk the walk. Yeah, I'd say those are like baseline stuff.
Solid.
Solid.
I actually used to be like Brittany, where I was like, I was like, always found like skinnier guys attractive. But yeah, I think I also kind of grew out of that, where I was like, I think a man who has like shoulders, that kind of built, is nicer. Yeah, I guess like physical is like kind of all the same. Like I would like him to be taller than me, because I'm 5'3".
Ooh.
And my sister is actually like 5'8".
She's tall.
So tall.
Yeah, so like if like my man were to meet like eye to eye with her, I don't know how he would feel, to be so yeah. yeah, so I would always be like, oh, like at least taller than 5'8". Yeah. Wow, I haven't thought about this in so long. But yeah, yeah, just someone who's, I really like a teachable person, a teachable man. I think like pride and ego, sure, like it's great sometimes, but someone who's like humble and like is like willing to put down their pride, at least in front of me, is someone like I always like wanted. And yeah, just be nice.
Yeah.
A good person.
Kind.
Yeah. I think you know, I used to like friendly guys, like guys who are like really nice, like good to everybody.
No.
Yeah, but I got like my mom was like 착한 남자들이 오히려
Yeah.
like they can be more problematic. So
They're nice to everyone.
yeah, just someone who's good to me, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Solid.
Okay, the next question she asked. Koreans' obsession over ideal types.
What's the just
Like
just
why?
to talk about it?
I guess
Yeah,
like
just to-
yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if other cultures also like do culture like European people. Like I have no idea like what they're like. Obviously, romance is on like
Universal.
yeah, it's universal. But I do feel like Korea and maybe Asia, they really emphasize. Probably it's because like dramas too, and from that, it's mostly like they're fixated on physical appearance. Like that's
Yeah.
such a huge like root
Yeah.
within the culture, and I think it stems from that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess it's kind of fun to talk about too. So
It is always an entertaining
yeah,
topic.
like it's even if you say the same thing again and again, like I don't know, it's entertaining every time.
True.
I think it's also the dating culture though, because
Oh, true.
I feel like whenever I go to Korea, the question that I get the most from my family is, "Oh, like, are you dating or are you still dating?" And like when I talk to my cousins about this, a lot of their friends, like, when they start dating a person, they know and have kind of planned like when they're gonna break up with that person and move on.
What?
Mm.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Like 그게 감이 온대. Like, oh, I think him and I are gonna go for like 5 months, and then it like
That's
actually
so
only goes for
precise.
5 months,
and
then
they still choose to go through with it?
yeah, because it's just like so normal to like date. I go from like person
Wow,
to
that
person.
actually explains a lot. Like just about how there's so many dating reality shows.
Yeah.
Like, that in itself. It's just so
Hunting
normal.
pochas, like it's
Yeah.
literally a pastime for people, essentially.
Yeah, it's a hobby.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, are you bored?
Yeah.
Let's just go.
Mm.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
I think,
think I can.
yeah, just dating culture is very different over there. So I think it just does kind of make sense, I guess. Like
Yeah.
as to why.
Mm.
Yeah. Shall we move on? Okay, this one is perks of being an only child versus having siblings.
Well, I'm the only child here. Perks. Honestly, I always envied people who had siblings growing up. I never was like, oh, I'm so glad I'm an only child. I think I always, deep inside, I was like, oh, I wish I had like an older brother or even like a younger sibling or sister, like anything. But I mean, there are obviously perks to being an only child. All the attention is on you. But with that, that's also, it's like double-sided, you know? Because all the attention is on you, there's a lot of pressure. And yeah, other perks, I can't really think of any. Like food, like
You don't have to
less
fight for it.
competition. Yeah.
You don't have to share.
Yeah, you don't have to share. But I do fight with my dad. We fight over, like, if we buy like a bag of chips and we're like watching a show in the living room and sharing the bag of chips, like, always my dad, he like the last bits of crumbs. We like that. Like, we always like,
Yeah.
and if he does it, I get mad. And if I do it, he gets mad.
That's so cute.
I guess I experienced some of that.
So he is your older brother.
In a sense, yeah. Yeah.
The duality.
Yes.
That's funny.
Yeah. Oh, it's interesting because you have a brother and you have a sister.
Right.
And
So we're
you're
all-
younger, but I'm older.
Right. So I was gonna ask, what's the perk of having a younger brother?
I get to boss him around. and he actually still listens to me. Thank goodness. But yeah, I think I had this mindset when I was really younger. Now that I think about it, I think I always thought of the control over my brother as like my mom has 40%, my dad has 40%, and I have 20%. Wow. I think I thought of it like that. Wow. And so, yeah, it's definitely nice to have. Even now, when he's home for break, I'll like jump into bed and be like, hey, turn off my lights. And he'll turn it off and close my door for me.
Oh, so cute.
Do you do that?
My sister does that to me. Like, sometimes I'll like walk down the stairs and then she's like in bed. But she always like sleeps with her door open. I don't know why.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like it creeps me out.
Door?
Yeah.
Oh.
I need darkness.
My door is never closed.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Anyways.
Interesting.
I like my door closed.
Me too. Only when I sleep though. I keep it open when I do other things like during the day, but only when I sleep.
Yeah.
You don't get scared? Or like growing up when you were younger, you weren't scared?
I mean, growing up, I didn't do this. I only started doing this, I don't remember exactly when, but maybe in high school. I think at one point I felt like I couldn't sleep with any bit of light. And so that's why I like close the door and run into bed and like close the eyes so I don't see anything else. Because then I start imagining.
Yeah.
Can't imagine.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I always have to sleep with the door closed.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, she sleeps with her door open. Don't know why.
Interesting.
And then I'll like peek in, right? Which is my fault. I should just walk past. I'll peek in. And then she's like, can you close my door for me? Like, but whenever she comes into my room, she never closes my door. And she's always like, can I come in? And I'm like, no. And then she'll like come in.
Yeah.
She like stands at the door. Like, just stands there. I'm like, what? She's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, I missed you. And I'm like, that's so annoying. Like, don't say that. And then she leaves. And I'm like, close my door.
Yeah. That's so funny.
That's cute.
Is it?
I think it is.
From a third party's perspective, yes. Yeah.
Dang, so you are that sister.
I am. I mean, I am becoming, you know, as I'm getting older, I am becoming. But I think it's nice that I have a brother because then I know other stuff I wouldn't care about otherwise. Like I know a little bit about sports because I have a brother. And also I think our age gap is good because he's in college now. So I hear about his college stories and it's very different than my college stories, but I'm kind of living vicariously through it. So that's been pretty fun. And I think now that we're getting older, it's definitely nice because I feel like I have another friend. And so I think I'm thankful to have a good relationship with my sibling. We jam out randomly at home. We have like a lot of inside jokes and a bunch of stuff we grew up with together, obviously. And so that's super nice. We send each other memes that we can only send to each other. So that's always fun. And I think just looking forward into the future, like I'll just have a family member with me. So that's also nice. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
How about you?
Perks of having an older sister. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good things about having an older sister. I think like there are a lot of things that I was prepared for that I wouldn't be prepared for if I didn't have an older sibling. Like I knew what postgrad depression was like as soon as I like entered college, and like because I mean, it was like very fresh for her. Like we have a 4-year age gap. So once she graduated, like I was entering college, so she was kind of going through like postgrad depression. Like, it was very fresh for her. So yeah, like I didn't really understand, obviously, like to the extent of like what she was going through and how she felt. But she always told me like, yeah, like, once you graduate, you kind of, a lot of people end up feeling lost.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, okay. And then, yeah, so I feel like when it did hit me really hard once I graduated, I didn't feel like I was like abnormally like feeling stressed, or like this was like abnormal. This is like very normal, and this was something a lot of people go through. So yeah, I guess just like being prepared for a lot of things, but that was like kind of nice, especially when we were going through school. Clothes, I mean, she's very tall and like I'm very short, so it more than we never fought over like taking clothes from each other, but it's nice because if like I buy something and it's too big for me, then I have her try it on. And then if she buys something that's like too small or like doesn't like fit her, then she'll like ask if I want to try it out before she returns it or like sells it or whatever. So that's kind of nice. Humor matches very well. Yeah. And like now that she's like teaching at my old high school, it's like so fun talking about teacher drama.
I bet.
Yeah.
So
sounds fun.
yeah, because like I've only seen like her colleagues, right, as my teachers, but she kind of will give a different perspective, or she'll just confirm that that's just what they're like, like yeah. But it just like shows that my teachers were like also human. It's kind of just like fun to hear about them, and so
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun living with my sister. Yeah.
I have like a follow-up question. Because you grew up with an older sister and you a younger brother, do you think you tend to get along with older people more, and for you younger people, just because like you're used to that age? I don't know.
I don't have a lot of younger friends, so I don't think that's necessarily the case for me. I think it's more like I'm not as scared to approach them because I just kind of see them as, potential younger sibling vibes. So that's kind of the extent. I wouldn't say I particularly get along with them anymore, but I think it's just easier to start a conversation with them because I have someone, or my brother is that age, and so I like kind of know what they might care about, or like if it's a boy. I think especially it was helpful in college when I was meeting like, freshman people at church or at school. Sorry, freshman boys. I guess It's not weird. No, it's not weird. But if I genuinely had nothing to talk about with them, I just ask, "Do you like basketball?" Yeah. I'd be like, "Oh, I know the Miami Heat." That's about it. Like it would just be an easy icebreaker, kind of. So that was helpful. Yeah.
For me, I guess kinda, yeah. I don't think it's like I necessarily get along with older people more, but they feel a little less intimidating in some ways. And like even like my cell leaders, they're like a little bit older than me, and I feel like, I mean, of course, like they're great at like creating a comfortable environment and like they're very good to me, but I think like it was not as difficult to approach them because like, yeah, I've always like grown up with someone older, and like all of like her friends around her, like I would meet up with them sometimes, and so yeah. Yeah. Okay. Next question is from our very own Mr. Garrett. Garrett bestie.
Hey.
Another episode, another appearance.
Yes,
Every episode.
Grant asked, what's the funniest story you have of each other?
Ooh. Fun question. I think for Brittany, it would be freshman year. the princess story. Did we ever tell you?
Wait, no, I don't think so.
Okay, so basically it was after church. We had a picnic at a park.
Oh, was it after the picnic?
I think so. We were definitely at a park. And so that was when OMC had the vans to take us college students back to the dorms. And so back then it was Brittany, me, and a couple other people in the car. And so it was like the driver in the front and then another guy in the front and the passenger seat. And most people were knocked out and they were taking a nap. But I was awake and I was just kind of zoning out, staring outside. And then Brittany kind of starts to wake up. And then our driver looks and he goes, "Good morning, princess." And then Brittany goes, "Good morning." The driver was not referring to Brittany. He was talking to the passenger seat guy because he happened to be waking up at the exact same time. And then I was the only one who was fully awake at that time, so I registered everything that was happening. And so when he asked that, I was like, "Oh, haha." But then when Brittany answered, I was like, "Oh my god, this girl." She said,
Good morning.
"Me?"
Princess? No, so in my defense, I was still like half awake, like half asleep.
Yeah.
And he said that, and I was like,
Yeah.
the only person who like was like
asleep?
was asleep and just woke up, who's a girl, is me. So, and there's like a weird, like awkward pause in between too, because I was processing.
Yeah.
It. I was like, "Good morning."
It was so funny, and he was
He gave me the weirdest.
Yeah, and that was probably the first handful of times you had ever met this guy.
Yeah.
But we're all close now. But he said that definitely helped break the ice. So
Oh, that's good.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Hi,
Good job.
Eugene.
Hi,
If
Eugene.
you're listening.
Good job, Brittany. And then for Judy, I don't know. This is like one of the funniest things I remember recently, but it was when everyone was home for winter break, and then we went to Spoon House for lunch, and then Lena was talking about how they did the test.
Where you have to like sit knee to knee. I don't remember what it's called.
Sit, I don't know, super close to each other and try to read the sign or whatever. And then Judy was just like pretending to be the other person. I can't do it, but it was just so funny in the moment.
I think it's like peripheral view.
Yeah, they had to
like,
show what number, like how many fingers am I holding.
or like which hand is up, because like some people can't
Oh,
see
yeah,
when you're
yeah.
that close.
Yeah, but that was so funny. I
Oh,
laughed so
man.
hard.
We love Spoon House.
We do. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you guys? Just anything come to mind?
The first thing that came to mind for you, but I can't like remember what word it was, but you pronounced like a certain word in a really like incorrect way, but you said it so confidently, and it wasn't like an obscure word. It was like,
Wait, I feel like I've heard this before.
do you remember?
Endeavor.
So endeavor is pronounced endeavor, right? She said she said omnivore, like carnivore, but omnivore. And she was like, I don't know why, like, I don't know what the context was, but it was sometime.
What is that, like French? Like on devoir?
But she was like, yeah, like my omnivore, like, and like she like said the full sentence, and by the time she stopped speaking, I was like, did she really just say omnivore? Did I hear that?
I was so embarrassed, and I was like, the fact that was how I've been saying it my entire life. I was a sophomore in college.
It's okay.
It's like funnier because she's like so like she's well spoken.
Yeah, she is. She is.
That's why I was like, have I been pronouncing it wrong?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's the first thing that came to mind for you.
A low point.
Wait, yeah, sophomore year of college was
I was pretty old.
quite strange. Wow.
for Judy? Gosh.
I don't remember anything.
Yeah, I need to think more.
So bad.
Yeah, I
I
definitely
don't
feel
know.
like there were so many,
Yeah.
but
But Judy, just generally speaking, I feel like you have a lot of intrusive thoughts and you just
I'm sorry.
they're just so funny.
they
I'm
are
sorry.
so funny.
They're intrusive thoughts for a reason. Intrusive.
But you let them win.
Unfortunately. Yeah, we had a lot of good moments at that dining table in our apartment.
Yeah.
We really did.
So many.
Yeah. A lot of good things. Should we move on? Okay. Another question from Garrett Bestie. What's the one defining highlight from your time in college? Wow. One.
Is it bad to say COVID?
No?
I feel like that was pretty defining for me. I feel like it was very formative for me because
In
during
what way?
during that time, we had classes, but it was very like everyone just kind of rolled out of bed or watched it whenever. But I kind of think I peaked in terms of my college experience during COVID because I woke up at 7 a.m. every single day and I worked out every single day. And then I would watch my lectures and I would like eat lunch and then do all my assignments. And yeah, like I was very strict on keeping a routine during that time because I felt like I would actually go crazy if I had no semblance of structure in my life. And so I think that's when I really, like, was always good about kind of like habits and trying to be diligent, but I think I very much reinforced that into myself during COVID. So as boring as it is, COVID was my defining highlight.
I think it's boring.
Yeah, or like one of my defining. Obviously, that's not like the defining or like the best, but I'd say formative.
Would you say your gut intuition about the people you meet for the first time is, for the most part, accurate? Or would you say that you have like a track record of being wrong? Yeah. I can go first just to answer my own question. I think I used to always say, oh, my gut intuition is always right. And I used to almost pride myself for that. Just, I don't know, I always felt like I had some like supernatural power where I'm just like, like this person seems like a good person or this person, something doesn't feel right. But I think recently it's been kind of broken. Yeah, like I feel like as I'm getting older, I should be like sharpening that intuition and it should be getting better, but I don't know, I think it's not. Yeah, maybe I'm just like trusting people a little bit too much in a way where yeah, I don't know. So I think there's a part of me that wants to keep my guard up when meeting new people. Not that I meet new people very often these days, but yeah.
I think I agree with that though, because I feel like when I was in like high school and like beginning of college, whenever I had like a feeling about someone, it was like usually correct. Like at least like 95% of the time it was correct. And not like saying like that they're like a bad person in general, but it's like, oh, like they wouldn't be a person that I get along with, like just like personally, like sometimes like that, or just in general too, like general feelings. But recently I feel like that's kind of, not been as great. So I feel like it's pretty 50-50. But I do have to say I feel like I'm pretty like guarded when I meet new people though. Yeah, I'm not really comfortable with meeting new people. So like something I've been trying is to like be more social, like be more extroverted. Just because I feel like I've just been so comfortable, like not just like being to myself. And yeah, but I'm definitely pretty guarded when I meet people. So yeah, I don't know.
For me, this is kind of hard. I can't really tell if I am correct quote unquote correct of whatever vibe that I get upon initially meeting someone. I think because right now, the arena that I meet the most new people in is work, obviously. And at work, I don't want to have a certain feeling towards somebody because in the end I have to work with them and I don't want to let my personal feelings impede the fact that we have to, complete this together. So I think I tried to not, but obviously it's impossible to not get an initial some sort of impression about someone. But generally, thankfully, like everyone I've met at work so far has been pleasant and great. So not that I was necessarily wrong or correct at work, at least. In general, though, I'd say my vibes are kind of right in general. Yeah, I think so. But we'll see as life goes on.
Yeah. Like in my notes, so I just wrote down 380 billion Starbucks. And it's a random fact, but apparently you can make, or there's 380 billion Starbucks combinations that you can make.
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy?
Billion?
Billion. Oh my gosh. That's why these days Starbucks employees are having a really hard time just because all of the TikTok trends and everything.
Yeah.
Everyone's ordering different things with different combinations of ingredients and they just can't keep up.
Dang.
Yeah.
They are doing the most for society.
Thank you for keeping me sane.
Yes, thank you, Starbucks.
Okay, I guess my question for you guys, or the last question, is do you think people fall in love because the right person shows up or because the time in their life is right? This is actually something I thought about a lot before because I was always like, it has to be the right person. Because if it's the right person, then the timing is going to be right. But that's like so not true. If like timing is wrong, then it's basically the wrong person. So I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think I'm partial to timing. I think timing is really important. My mom always tells me, there's a time for everything. And so I personally think timing is important because where you are in terms of, your season in life dictates a lot of how kind of yoyuro, like how much space you feel like you have, how much capacity you feel like you have for something like a relationship. And so I think timing is really important.
Yeah, I agree. I think the way you, like the question is interesting. It's a little different from the typical question that people ask.
It's like right person, wrong time versus wrong time, right person, something like that.
But then also in the beginning you said, do you fall in love?
Oh, is that what she said? Did I
Right?
miss that? I don't know.
I don't know. Let me try. Now I'm confused. Hold on. Do you think people fall in love because the right person shows up or because the time in their life is right?
Yeah, see, that's interesting.
Oh, actually.
Because, well, I think it's both. Because you can easily fall in love with the wrong person, even if you're completely ready.
True.
Like, timing-wise, you're ready to fall in love.
So true.
But if it's the wrong person, oof. Oof. But then, vice versa, you can not fall in love even if you meet the right person because you're just not ready.
That's so true.
Yeah. Obviously, the best combination is right person, right time. It's easier said than done.
Yeah. Of course.
Which makes it even more special, I guess, when it does happen.
Very true.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I think after dating postgrad, I realized, like, I feel like it does depend a lot on timing though. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think before I was always like, oh, if it's the right person, then like, oh, like love, like it's gonna work. But relationships take a lot of effort.
Yeah.
And I
It
feel
does.
like if you don't have the capacity for that person, then you're not it's like not the right timing for you. Yeah. I just think it's also unfair to that other person that you can't give your fullest to. So I feel like I do lean more towards timing now, but just like Brittany said, like I do agree that this question is like very interesting. Yeah, like it's differently worded and yeah.
Yeah. And also, like, you can fall in love, but does that guarantee that the relationship will work? No. Not at all.
Nope.
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 Okay, well, that's all our questions for today. Thank you to everybody who asked. We really love and appreciate you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do more of these in the future.
Yeah. For those of you who had questions but were too shy to ask, don't be shy next time.
Please.
Please ask away.
We love questions.
Yeah.
On that note, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.